Welcome to Shreve Memorial Library Virtual Storytime. I'm Miss Lynn at the North Shreveport branch, and it's April. It's our April Storytime. We're celebrating spring. We have a lot of really fun books about spring and birds and nests, and come down to our branch and check some out. And right now we're going to do a little raindrop rhyme. We're going to do a raindrop rhyme, and it rains a lot in spring. So this will be fun. You're gonna need some things for this rhyme though. The first thing that you're gonna need are some raindrops. I'm gonna use my fingers. You can use your toes if you're brave. I'm gonna use my fingers. And the next thing you're gonna need is a sun. Now I have a little sun that I made and put on a popsicle stick. But if you don't have this or you don't wanna make one, you can use your other hand and spread your fingers out really wide. And it can be the sun. I can imagine that's the sun. Can you imagine that's the sun? I think I can. So get ready. First, get your raindrops. Ready? 5 little raindrops out for a walk. Pitter patter, that's the way they talk. Out comes the sun all warm and dry. 1 little raindrop goes bye-bye. How many are left? 4. 4 little raindrops out for a walk. Pitter patter, that's the way they talk. Out comes the sun, all warm and dry. 1 little raindrop goes bye-bye. How many are left? 3. 3 little raindrops out for a walk. Pitter patter, that's the way they talk. Out comes the sun, all warm and dry. 1 little raindrop goes bye-bye. How many are left? Put our sun away this time. 2 little raindrops out for a walk. Pitter patter, that's the way they talk. Out comes the sun, all warm and dry. 1 little raindrop goes bye-bye. There's 1 raindrop left. 1 little raindrop out for a walk. Pit pat, that's the way it talks. Out comes the sun, all warm and dry. The last little raindrop goes bye-bye. The Nest Where I Like to Rest, Sign Language for Animals by John Bab Perchovnik, illustrated by Stephanie Bauer. And I'm going to put down the book, every page, and we're going to learn some sign language while we read. This is the nest where I like to rest. Nest. This is the nest where I like to rest. These are the eggs I carefully laid to hatch in the nest where I like to rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the rat. There's the rat, with a belly so fat that sniffed at the eggs I carefully laid to hatch in the nest where I like to rest. Look at that belly, so fat. Oh, and look at these. I like these too. Look at his little whiskers. Rat. That's fun to do. Can you do it? You have to make your R hand and like you're rubbing your whiskers. But how can I rest? Rest. You do it. Cross your arms. How can I rest with a rat near my nest? Here he is. This is the cat. There's the cat. Cat. That spied the rat that sniffed at the eggs I carefully laid to hatch in the nest where I like to rest. This is the goose. You have to look at that picture of the goose, it's great. This is the goose, and the goose is really tall, and he has more of a beak, and he just does 1, 2. This is the goose. This is the goose that somehow got loose. It honked at the cat that spied the rat that sniffed at the eggs I carefully laid to hatch in the nest where I like to rest. Along came a boy named Matthew McCoy, who called for the goose that somehow got loose. It honked at the cat that spied the rat, that sniffed at the eggs I carefully laid to hatch in the nest where I like to rest. Okay, there he is. Goose! Everybody heard him. The goose kept on honking. Was there a goose? The goose kept on honking. The cat ran away. The rat kept on sniffing. The boy shouted, "Hey! Hey!" Uh-oh. What's that rat? He's getting really close to those eggs. The rat finally ran. "Good riddance, you pest." What was that ruckus inside of my nest? There's nest. What could it be? I felt a sharp peck, so I did a quick check. I saw my new chicks. Chicks, C-H-I-C-K. I saw my new chicks. I counted all 6. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one coming out, 5. You have to look really close to see this one. There's one little tiny beak, 6. 6 chicks. The boy was excited. "Of course I'm delighted. My eggs are all hatched." They didn't get snatched. Aww. But how can I rest with these chicks in my nest? C-H-I-C-K. Chick. Oh, she's never going to rest with those chicks in her nest. In the back of the book are all the signs, and it tells you everything, how to make all the signs, and then it also gives you some fun facts and some other activities that you can do together. And here's the signs for all the numbers. So if we wanted to count 6 chicks in sign language, we would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't look like a 6 to some people, but in sign language, that is a 6. And that is all. The end. Wasn't that a great story? The nest where I like to rest. And we have a ton of other bird books. I also see if Miss Renee can get in really close, printing out this really cool Backyard Birds of Louisiana. And it has all kinds of birds on it. And there's all kinds of birds, I bet, right out your window in your own backyard. And you can go outside and look for different kinds of birds. And if you want to, you can make these super cool binoculars to take outside to help you see the birds. And they really do help. All I did was I took a paper towel roll and I cut it in half, and I glued mine together in the middle. You could probably, if you need to staple it, you could, or you could just tie it together with some string. And I put some I colored mine purple because I like purple. And I put a pink string on it because I like pink. And I also put some little bee stickers that I found all over it. So they're decorated just for me. And I put a string on them. And I tied it at the very ends, and I put them on when I go bird watching. And so I can go out in my backyard and I can look for all the birds. And they really do help you see the birds better. And they're fun. And if you want to go a little bit further, you can come down to North Street and pick up one of these little craft kits. If you can't come to our library, you can check out our read along this month, and I show you how to make them. That's all I have for today. Bye. Happy bird watching. Happy spring.